giving. And today, we are spreading holiday cheer with stories that will warm your heart, will leave you with that feeling of perspective of what really matters. Yes, the gift under the tree is good, but the love lasts forever. It never goes out of style. So today's guests embody the joy in the spirit that really is the Tam fam. So when we started this show, if you can believe 6 seasons ago, I said to the team, we want big week of holidays, but I want storytelling. I want people to be proud of this show and proud of what we do every day as the Tam fam. So, we're starting off with a story like this mom and dad of 2 whose baby boy, Sonny, received the gift of a lifetime, an organ donation. Their story so touched our hearts. This is perspective on what matters most. Take a look.
At about 2 months old, Sonny was diagnosed with biliary atresia, which is a liver disease that affects the function of your liver. We found out that the initial treatment was a surgical procedure that doesn't have a high success rate. Unfortunately, there were some complications after the surgery. A transplant was needed. They had someone on their anonymous living donor list that was a match. And then it starts to sink in that, okay, now you have a 3-month-old baby that needs to go through a liver transplant. One of the things we tried to focus on leading up to the surgery was just how grateful I was that someone was going to do this for us. May 26th of 2023, they took Sonny for surgery around 7 in the morning. It was a really long surgery, so we didn't get to see him until 11 p.m. So it's really scary. You worry about your kid, but you worry about this anonymous person too. July 15th, we were able to come home finally. It was just in time to celebrate my son's 8th birthday. So he was able to get his wish that his brother would be home.
2.
I will always be grateful for Sonny's medical team, everyone for helping me and my family through this difficult situation. To Sandy, I think we'll always be connected because of the gift that she gave Sonny.
Wow. Joining us from their home in Perry, Ohio, is Sonny, his mom, Katie, his dad, David, and his big brother, Warren. Thank you so much. Happy holidays. Katie, there are so many layers, but I have to start with the one I noticed most. Does that kid have the best head of hair in the world or what? I mean, I know everything is still raw and emotional, and because of Sonny's condition, you couldn't travel just yet. But this is, again, perspective. A person gave you the opportunity to be able to sit and hug this child right now. How do you explain that act of great kindness, that gift of kindness?
Yeah, so it's been wonderful. When we were faced with this problem, it felt impossible. Like, how are we going to get this organ and who's going to give it to us and where is it going to come from? And so we're just so grateful that we have this opportunity to have this little guy, with us in our lives.
David, we often talk about, as moms, waking up at night and staring at your child and you can't believe that they're yours. I see you there, this guy holding on for dear life. I just saw you glance down at him. It's been a long journey. It's been a long journey. How do you describe it from your perspective?
Wild, I guess, to sum it up in one word. I mean, it's to go from such the highs and lows emotionally of being scared and then being so happy and grateful and them being able to get back home.
You mentioned that fear. I cannot imagine, you're watching your tiny, tiny baby go into the hands of these doctors under anesthesia. you know, when you look at these little pictures that we're seeing right now, what kept you strong? What kept you going, Katie?
I think it was him. You know, when we were in the hospital, all of the nurses and the doctors and the support that we had there, you know, they always told us, like, kids are resilient. And they're a lot stronger than you think they are. So, yeah, he kept us going. Warren, my other son, also kept us going. You know, he wanted his brother to be okay, and constantly asked.
I love that. And Warren, I can tell you are, Warren, by the way, you have great hair too. I don't know what y'all are feeding those kids, but that was an awesome birthday to have your brother. Look at him. To have your, what is it like to have him? Hi,
Every day
buddy.
I was at school, I made him a picture and I sent it to the hospital.
You sent him a picture to the hospital. So he's still recovering. How's he doing now? What are doctors saying?
Yeah, so Sonny's doing great. You know, with an organ, there's a lot of monitoring, so we have a lot of blood work and a lot of doctor's appointments. Kind of a little more spread out now, which is good. But you know, one of the goals of pediatric liver transplants and transplants in general is to give the kid the most normal life that they can. So he doesn't have a lot of restrictions, and he's a normal 21-month-old. Like, as you can see, he likes to jump around and doesn't like to stay still.
I love seeing it. Well, you know, you said he's a normal 21-month-old who's apparently a speed reader. He's read that book like 6 times during this interview.